Welcome back to Rock Around Garage. Today we're going to work on the master cylinder for the Maverick. We're going to run the front brake lines all the way to each rotor. We're going to put a combination valve and a proportionate valve to run to the rear, but we're not going to do the rears today. So stay tuned. Let's get this out of the way. Faster we get this part done, faster we can get that motor and trans in. Let's get after it. Yeah, perfect. Yep. Of course, this didn't come with no bleeders. I wouldn't expect anything less. Let me grab some brake fluid. We're going to make up a couple lines that fold around and go inside here. Then you push on this when this is full of fluid, and it blows all the air out, but you got to make sure you travel all the way in. You got to get maximum pedal movement. Even though you probably won't go in that far with your pedal, you still got to get all the air out of it, and that's the way to do it. So what I'll do is I'll pull out some of this line, make some curlicues to go inside each reservoir, fill it up, bleed it. Yes, we will. We'll get it. Boom, boom, boom. Can I scoot this out a little bit? Boom. Okay. We need to find 3/16. So we have this tool that you use to straighten your brake line. Stick your tool in there. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to make it to where you can. Now we're cooking. Take your line, you put it in. Do this side first. Put your matching die on top. Set this over. Snug it just a little bit. And you have this flat die right here. All that does is scoot the brake line in the exact size it needs to be. You take it right here, you move it in, and that just bottoms out, and it gives you the exact place you need to put that line inside this block. So then you snug this. You go over here to where I got marked 1, which is 3/16 flare. Collapse it. Turn it over to 2. Collapse it. And you should be done. Undo your clamp. Pull it out. Flip it back. Take off your top. Look at that. Oh, where are we at? Perfect. Perfect. Then you slide. Come on. Slide your head on. And you do the other side. But I don't really need to do one on the other side because I'm just running this down and to the master. I'm just going to fold it over on itself. So let's just take our tool, put it in 3/16 setting, put it up against it, walk it around. Bring it back up. Let's do it again. Let's see how we're going to do it here. Yep. Walk it around. It don't have to be perfect. So we put this in there. It'll be pretty darn close. We can manipulate it any way we want it. How's that? That wasn't far off. Bigger one. Snap these babies up. All right. So what you do now is you take these and you bend them down in there, like that, like so. 1, 2. These are just throwaways, is all they are. So now we are gonna put this thing up for now. Put the master cylinder back. Now you'll watch when I start to push this, the bubbles are gonna come out of the air lines. Just like pushing a brake pedal. Woo! There you go, see it? The key is to get nothing but fluid. All the way down. There we go. Getting it now. Yeah. Done. So easy it is. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold these back, lock that lid on there so I don't spill it all out, and then I'm gonna crimp these. Let me get some crimpers. Making a big mess, and I'm known to make a big mess. So how about that seal a little bit? Ta-da. Now, I'm going to crimp, crimp. It's going to mount onto the car. I got to figure out where to mount this valve, the combination valve. Come on, get out of there. You need this valve to run as like a safety. It has a slide valve in there. Front lines, rear lines go in here, come out. When you hit your brake, if you happen to blow a rear line, there's a valve in here that will slide and then hold the pressure for the front so you'll have brakes, or vice versa. If you blow the front line, the valve will shift forward and give you pressure to the rear while blocking off the front. It's a safety. You really, really need it. Okay. I'm gonna get a wrench and I'm gonna take this off, because when you bleed this thing, when you bleed the master cylinder, all the lines I mean, this is just a light for your light inside your dash. This lets you know that, hey, you got a brake problem if you didn't feel it. Well, this tool right here is a stopper. I told you about that valve that slides. This right here is just for the light. When that valve slides, it grounds this light and triggers the signal to go to the dash to light up the red brake light on your dash and let you know, hey, something's wrong. Well, when you bleed it, say you're bleeding the fronts and you haven't touched the rear yet, this is going to show no pressure. No, it's going to be real easy. So this valve is going to shut on you. Well, I heard it's a real bear once it shuts. So you pull this out and you stick this thing in there and it stops it from moving front to back. So you can bleed front to back. And when you're done bleeding your whole system, you pull this back out, screw your brake light, idiot light they call it, back in. All right, got the proper size wrench now. Unscrew that. Got a nice O-ring seal. Screw this baby down in there. And now you ain't got to worry about it. It'll break this one. It won't break this one. You get a little bit of a lock on here. A little snug. Yeah, we got to figure out where to mount this. It mounts with these two bolts. This goes to the rear. This goes to the front. Front, rear, rear, front. Front. Two to the front, one to the rear, then we'll tee off into the rear. I got all the lines for that. All of it's going to be 3/16, so I got to find all the fittings to go from here to here, here to here. Yeah, we're doing good. Excuse me. There to here, there to here. Okay, so we got them all in here. Front, front. From the master cylinder here. So this is the back bowl. This is the front. No, front bowl, back bowl, the way this is mounted. Front, back. So this one will go to here. This one will go to here. This one controls these two, and the front one controls this one. So this goes down through here, down through the line, out the back, and we'll tee it off at the back. All right, let's move you over to the car. We're going to reuse this one, slide it on there, and bolt that baby up. All right, I'm going to stick this up in there. Slide this on. Like it never came off. Put this on up under here. Bracket off the firewall. Right here. It goes, mounts on the master cylinder bolt. These bolts go in it and hold the proportioning valve onto it. Put that together right here. This is top, this is front, this is rear. So if this thing goes on like that, which it's gonna, this is going on here. Arc the bolts. Leave them a little loose right now. A little bit. Got to get it lined up. There you go. This is the bracket I was waiting on right here. You know, I could have ordered it all together with the lines going to the master cylinder already preset, but I didn't. I regret it, but I didn't. All right. So rear brake line comes off of here. Back master cylinder bowl, which is the front brakes, goes to here. Front master cylinder bowl goes to here, which is rear brakes. And your two fronts come out of here and out of here. Here and here. So we'll do this one to the driver's side. We'll do this one that goes up and around to the passenger side. Hopefully my calculations were right about where they need to be. I'm going to snug these up real quick. Let's grab this croissant wrench. I'll just snug them. In case I got to loosen them. Lock down the lock washer real quick. Just a snug. All right, let me check. I got to take the one inner bolt out of this master cylinder. Okay, I got the right size. Just got to get my socket and ratchet. Where are you at? I must have put you back. All right, got a bird's eye view cam. What I have to do is run a brake line from here, out, up, and either go in here or go up here. Either way, got a hole for a clamp, thread that baby up in there. That would probably be the way to go. So that's what we're going to do. Let me find a fitting that fits that. Because for the life of me, I don't remember what it was, but that's not it. Bigger. Let's try this one. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a line, bend it up, and I should just go up through here. Yeah, because it's a small hole. I could put a grommet in there. That's what we'll do. So I'll pull off some brake line. Look at that. Okay. Got our fitting here. Double check it. That's it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide this baby on. And we are going to commence with the bending. Let me get my chair back over here. Turn you a little bit. You can watch me too. And we are going to do our best to bend this up to fit up in here while laying here. All right, here we are. Brake lines ran to the front. I haven't done the rear yet. It's on there. I got to run from here down the frame to the back when I put the rear end in, and make sure when I do that floorboard not to hit it. There's the side going in. Ain't the greatest job, but it got the job done. There it is, hooked up. All right, took a long enough time, but we got it. All tightened down, clamped. Stay tuned. We're going to be going to the rear end next. I'll just get it sit in there mocked up. And when I get that in and get it back on the ground rolling around, I'm going to attack this floor pan. It's going to be a job, but we got to do it. And it won't be long. The motor will be going in. Like I said, I got those new transmission lines to go on the trans. I got the torque, flywheel, all the good stuff. Starter, headers are wrapped. We should be good to go. Stay tuned. Comment below, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's see how far we can take this. As soon as we get this one done, we'll get another one of the projects in. Maybe the coupe, maybe the Firebird. I got a small quarter panel patch to do on the Galaxy. We can do that too. Alrighty, thank you. Thank you for watching.